Just about 20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now we're talking about the launch of the Lockjack Global School of Business, their alumni association. And with me to talk more about this, of course, is the Public Relations Officer at the Lockjack GSB Alumni Association, Mrs. Cavels Joseph St. Omer, and of course, a member of the Alumni Association as well, Miss Ania Narain Maraj. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning, Kimberly.
How are
Happy
you?
New Year.
Same to you as well.
Yes.
Ania, I think this is your first time I'm meeting you. Happy New Year as well.
Thank you, and same to you.
Now, Cavell, I'm coming to you first. So it's the Lockjack Global School of Business Alumni Association. Tell us about it. Tell us when it started, and of course, what's the purpose of the association?
So I think most executives are familiar with the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. When it first started, of course, it was the Institute of Business.
Yes.
Then it moved to the Arthur Lockjack Graduate School of Business, now Global School, right? In terms of where we find ourselves today, in 2018, the Alumni Relations Center, which deals with, of course, keeping in touch with their members of the alumni, they decided that it was time for us to form an official network, just like Cambridge or Harvard or any one of those, what we call them, the graduate schools that you would see in the United States, right? The Ivy League schools, right? The Ivy League schools.
Yes.
Arthur Lockjack represents that to us here in the Caribbean. It's the premier institution for this kind of executive training and learning and developing our own regional business think tankers and critical thinkers. I mean, for me as a graduate, I mean, it has done so much for me personally after I got my MBA and I saw the whole trajectory of my career, advance. I'm now in a very much an executive role now, and we see members of our great institution and our CEOs running businesses, etc. So in 2018, the Relations Center decided, it was time to form the official alumni network. And they reached out to a few past students, and there were 5 originally on the board, and then we expanded that to an additional 4 persons. And on this Thursday, we're having, for the first time, a networking event to actually launch this alumni and make it official, ensuring that we connect with all our alumni members and invite them to come on board them, right, and create this fantastic network.
Now, before we get to the mixer, I'm interested to know what are some of the different sectors we could see represented on the Alumni Association?
Well, if we start right here in TTT, right? David being a member of the alumni, I mean, your former CEO, but I mean, you have the media, you have energy, you have finance, you have manufacturing, like Dr. Bertrand, for example, who is a member of the executive. I mean, he was big in TCL and with the Casey Confectionery. So you have every single business sector represented through this network because we all got our training and foundation at the Global School of Business. I was recalling with Anya before we came in here. I mean, I didn't have the privilege like her of going to the nice campus that they have. I mean, I'm part of cohort 11, so I don't want to disclose my age. But we were in Page running across the highway, I'm getting to classes. But I mean, the connection and that network and that foundation, it really gave me all that I needed to progress in my career. And we want to make sure that we bring this network together and find ways to give back, create our own think tank. We were just chatting about having proper Caribbean stories being told and business cases being developed, opportunities to guest lecture, to do research, that's what you could look forward to as a member of our alumni.
Well, Annie, I'm coming to you because I want to hear more about that. I mean, as a member of the association, what are some of the benefits that you have seen being a member?
Honestly, the experience at Arthur Lockjack was fabulous for me. As Cavell said, we were recounting our experience there. And the major benefit is the network that you have access to. Cavell named a few. We even have in the health sector, Dr. Miriam Richards. So the networking possibilities are endless. And the foundation that you get really propels you to take on any challenge that you're faced with. I remember one of the most memorable experiences for me was walking into campus the very first day and coming up to the trends and forecasting wall. And I looked at it and I'm like, my possibilities are endless. We bring industrial leaders to the classroom. So everything is always on the forefront for our students, and it never ends there. We have active alumni, and you just reach out. Sometimes you're like, wow, I need to get something in this place, in this particular place. Like, who do I know? And then you're like, oh, okay. I have a whole network that I have access to.
Yeah. Is it automatic entry in terms of once you graduate from GSB, you can get into the Alumni Association?
There's an application, it's lifetime. So it's 30 US and it's lifetime membership. So it's not like you have to pay an annual fee, right? We recently made the move through a survey that we conducted. Again, COVID impacted what in terms of our progress, right? We started in 2018. So let me backtrack a little bit. We started in 2018, and in 2019, we got a lot of headway in terms of getting the foundation in place. So we had to put together the constitution, for example, set up bank account, a whole host of things to actually kick it off. We found ourselves in 2022 now making the decision after a survey that was done, and our alumni, our network said to us, they saw benefit with us now being a sub-chapter of the University of the West Indies, right? Okay. So of course, we are under the umbrella of UE, and it was only natural for the alumni to so do as well, benefiting from 75 years history that UE just celebrated, and also giving an opportunity for us to expand our reach as well, and as well as our message. Most of us who started off at Lockjack, we found ourselves the first degree was at the University of the West Indies. So it was like a natural progression. Yeah. And Lockjack being, of course, especially for those of us who wanted to get business education, it was a natural fit. Yeah. So it was only best placed with the University of the West Indies.
Well, Cavell, tell us about the mixer that you're having this week.
So on Thursday, we launched finally.
Anya was like, yes!
So we launched finally, now that we've gotten, again, our constitution done and the bank account set up, etc. So we're now going to present this information to our alumni. And we, of course, want to encourage everyone to become an active member and participant. There's fantastic things to look forward to. The PR committee is working on a lot for this year. And we want to make sure that just like the Harvards and the rest of them, our alumni represents and is recognized. We have a lot of regional influence as well, too. So one of our directors, for example, is in Suriname, one is in Guyana, right? So we have people placed all over the Caribbean who could actually connect us to business opportunities, to being part of conferences and being thought leaders and speakers, publishing articles, all these different things. So the mixer really is to provide a lot of information and to tell you what next. Of course, this incarnation of the executive, we interim, so we do have also an AGM to look forward to.
Okay, nice.
So of course, for anyone who is part of the alumni and interested in serving on the board, of course, you're welcome to throw your hat in the ring as well. So later on in the year, we do intend to have an official election. So we were just we started, you know, and it's really to kind of put it out there now and make it transparent, and of course, anyone who's willing to come and serve, to so do.
Now, Anya, on Thursday, who can attend? Is it for any member to attend? I mean, how is the mixer going to work?
So it's really for our alumni, but we are open to the public attending. We're not going to prevent it.
Yes.
We want to show off our new campus, our new wing of our campus. We're very proud of it.
Of course.
It promises to be one of the kickers of all the other activities we have for the rest of the year planned for the Alumni Association. So you could look forward to more. You could follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, on social media. We're very active.
And where is it taking place and what time?
It's taking place at our Mount Hope campus, at the Lockjack Mount Hope campus. It's on Tuesday, the 19th, and it starts at 6 p.m. sharp. You could look forward to seeing me at the registration. That's when you walk in. And it's going to be an evening of fun activities. We have some guest speakers lined up. Yes. I'm not going to tell you who, because you have to come.
You have to come.
Yeah, right? And we look forward to more activities that Lockjack is going to have.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned it before. Is it free or is there a cost attached?
No, it's free.
It's free.
Yes,
nice. That's what we like to hear.
Really, mixing, networking, and of course sharing information. Our president will be there. The entire executive will be there, really, to welcome everyone and basically share what you could look forward to in 2023 from.
And of course, this is an indirect pull for interested people to even get a degree at the GSB.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, so that's why Anya said, you know, it's open.
Yes.
So you may very well be thinking, okay, I want to do a master's now, and which institution should I select? You know, at Lockjack, of course, the school is globally accredited. right? We're up there in terms of top MBA programs as well too. Our members, our alumni have gone on to international postings and all of that as well too.
Yeah.
So our foundation is actually quite good. It's a very rigorous program, well respected globally and accredited. So for those who are just looking and trying to make a decision on what next in terms of their academic career, certainly consider the Global School of Business. They won't regret it. I certainly don't. I have seen what it has done for me in terms of even my confidence and all of that. You know, as a professional, you want to make sure that you actually, you're a subject matter expert in your field. You don't want to just have a degree and you don't know anything. I mean, we've seen some of that
We've seen some of that.
We've seen some of that.
2023, no more surface level. We're going with the detail of everything. Kaval, as always, pleasure to have you on the show, Anya. So nice to meet you. And of course, all the best with the event, ladies, on Thursday. I'm hoping that people who are interested in getting that master's degree, that they do come out and that they do see exactly what the GSB has to offer. So thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And that, of course, was the Public Relations Officer and, of course, a member of the Luck Jack GSB Alumni Association, Mrs. Cavell, Joseph St. Omer, and, of course, Mrs. Anya Narain Maraj is sharing exactly that mixer that they're going to be having on Thursday. In the Now Morning Show, we're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.